Hi, I'm James Crowson with Crowson Law Group. I'd like to take a few moments to talk with you about mediation in your injury case. The fact that your case is going to mediation means that both parties have agreed that there may be some common ground and there may be a reason to talk about settling the case, which is a good thing. That means the case likely might settle at mediation. It means both sides are willing to listen. Mediation is an opportunity for us to resolve your case. We'll have a mediator there who is an independent, typically an ex-judge who's been present at and presided over a lot of injury cases, and he or she will be very knowledgeable about what sort of evidence we can present and what sort of results people are getting with juries with cases like this, and they'll give us their insight and their thoughts. They are not acting as a judge in this capacity. They are not going to make a decision. They are just going to advise and give us the benefit of their experience with juries and with cases like this to try and get the case resolved. The way it happens is the parties are in two separate places, in two separate rooms if we're at the same office, or maybe two separate digital rooms if we're doing a Zoom mediation. But the mediator will go from one side to the other and talk with them about their case. Your attorney, of course, will be there and will help you with the presentation of your case to the mediator. There's already been a mediation brief filed with the mediator, so he or she kind of knows what's going on with the case. The mediator will sit down and talk with you about the strengths and weaknesses of your case, and then we'll go to the other side and discuss with them the strengths and the weaknesses of their case and the strengths and weaknesses of the plaintiff's case. It's sort of shuttle diplomacy back and forth between one side to the other, and he or she will tell the other side what you want to be told to the other side, and will keep secret those things that we don't necessarily want to share with the other side. Things like how high or how low we think the value of the case really is. If we tell them not to share that with the other side, they will not share that with the other side, and vice versa. They may come to us and give us an idea of what the other side thinks about their case and where they might be willing to go with a range of the case. But at the end of the day, the mediator can't decide the case. Now, it can take several hours back and forth. Both sides get to say their piece to the mediator, and the mediator, of course, is expected to give his or her opinions about the things that we're telling them about our case. And say, well, what I've seen juries do with cases like this is they come back with this or that sort of dollar amount. Now, of course, most of these mediations result in back and forth negotiations and kind of whittling toward a result in the middle somewhere. If both sides can agree and we can find common ground on the resolution of the case, then the case ends there that day, and we sign a mediation agreement. The defense will later send over a settlement agreement that we sign. In exchange for that, they send a check for that amount, and the case is over. A huge percentage of cases in litigation will settle during mediation, just because that is an opportunity for both sides to take stock of what's going to happen for the next few weeks or months at trial and what they can expect the other side to do. The other side will have someone there who has authority to write checks for the insurance company. We'll have you there, of course, the person who drives our settlement negotiations is the client, not the attorney. We can give you advice. The mediator can give you advice. No one can twist your arm up behind your back and make you settle your case at mediation. It won't happen. If you don't want to settle, the case will not settle. You may hear some things about your case that you don't want to hear, but go in there with an open mind and with an eye toward resolving that case, toward learning more about the process and more about maybe what your case is worth. And most of these cases will settle at mediation. They don't have to, but most of them will.